Chapter 6 is here. After all the ups and downs of Chapter 5, as well as Remix, we finally have something new and fresh in Chapter 6. And I'm not gonna lie, it's got enormous potential. But today I'm here to talk about it. Today we answer the question, is Chapter 6 actually good? But before we get into the video, just want to say be sure to subscribe, be sure to like this video. Thank you guys so much. I just surpassed 1 million views on this channel, which is absolutely insane. You guys have been absolutely crazy. I'm almost at 8K now. Be sure to join the Discord, links in the top of the description. Turn on notifications so that you're notified when I'm live. And anyways, love you, and use code BrivianAtomShop. Alright, first thing we need to talk about is the map. This is a fantastic map, especially for Season 1. I always complain about the lack of biome variety for Chapters 4 and 5, but this map does not have that problem. There's like 6 different biomes, and they're all beautiful to look at. There are also 18 named locations on this map, which is a lot for Season 1. I love it. Now, I do think that some named locations probably shouldn't be classified as named locations, like Bird, for instance. I really don't think it should be classified as a POI. Same with Shining Span, like it's just a bridge, and Bird is literally just a gas station. I mean, I definitely can't complain about it though, because I have 16 other POIs I can land at, and all these POIs are pretty good in my opinion. They're all unique, they've got a different feel to each one, the biomes really help the map feel fresh, and the Asian architecture is just delightful to look at. I guess one could argue that some of these Asian architecture POIs feel kind of the same because they have the same kind of building styles, but I honestly don't feel that way because I think each POI feels a little bit different, whether it be the biome or the size of the POI, etc. I feel like each one of these POIs feel different. I also love how much character is in each of these locations. There's like a lot of emotion. Seeing this Asian architecture is very refreshing after that super boring European architecture from Chapter 5. I just did not like it at all. I feel like the emotions in the locations have finally been restored. Overall, this is a fantastic map, and I can't wait to see what changes they make to it over time. Next, let's talk about mechanics. Yes, mechanics gets its own section of the video because there's actually a good bit. First of all, movement mechanics. We have a new boost jump where if you jump on the edge of a structure, you go a little bit higher, and you can also hit your button when landing to do a roll. And I think you also have to be sprinting to do it. There's also a wall kick where if you run sideways at a wall and jump, you can kick off of it, kind of like in Mario. I actually haven't tried that yet. And then there's the wall scramble mechanic, which honestly is about the same as the like wall climb mechanic from before. All these new mechanics are good. They're all useful, and none of them have gotten in my way so far. And it also fits the theme of the season really well. It's like an Asian, you know, kind of city themed season, and we have like more parkour mechanics now, so it works out. The next mechanic we have are sprites. These little guys are so adorable, and they're also very useful. The water one's great for healing, and the wind one is great for moving. And they're not broken in any way either, because you only get like 3 uses for each of them. You can also bring them to shrines and trade them for random weapons. I love the sprites so much. I think that sprites are everything that animals should have been. Next, we got the boons. This is the perfect balance between medallions and augments. You're not guaranteed to get them, and you also have to physically pick them up like a medallion, but they give you little useful abilities that help you throughout the game, kind of like an augment. And you can only get them out of the blue chest, I think, so they're only in certain areas. I love that mechanic. It's like a medallion and an augment kind of clash together. I was asking for augments back, and this was pretty close to it. Forecast towers are still in the game, love to see it. Also, the loot island still exists, but with a twist. It's now a boss fight up there, so that's pretty cool. And it's red up there, very cryptic. Oh, also, there's now an auto edit feature for players that maybe like strictly play zero build and aren't really great at building and editing. I actually haven't tried this either. I doubt I will ever use it, but it's really cool that Epic is looking out for that part of the community. And I think that's it for new mechanics. I might have missed something, but let me know if I did. Epic did a fantastic job here. I'm really glad they actually learned from Chapter 5 and made good mechanics. Everything is pretty balanced and nothing makes me want to rip my hair out. Now I think it's a good time to talk about the weapon meta. This weapon meta is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, none of the base weapons really excite me that much, but they're all decent. And every category of weapons has multiple good guns, so you actually have to debate which guns to carry. I think they missed the mark on that in Chapter 5. There was always a best shotgun, a best SMG, like There was always something that was the meta in Chapter 5, and it's not like that this chapter so far. There are also 3 shotguns in this base meta, which I think is a great thing. I've always hated only having 2 shotguns to choose from in Season 1s, typically because one is usually marginally better than the other. Having 3 changes the game, though, because there's a good shotgun for everyone's playstyle. And none of them are that good, which is overall a good thing. It's good that none of them are broken. They're all pretty average, and that's okay. However, it does make things kind of interesting with the ARs and SMGs. So there is a little problem with this weapon meta, because bullet drop is gone. Hallelujah, by the way. Thank God hit scan is back. But anyways, because hit scan is back, the scoped weapons are extremely easy to beam people with. The Veiled Precision SMG and the Hollow Twister AR will absolutely shred you if it's in the right hands. And that's a little annoying at times. I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten beamed this season, and I haven't even played that many games so far. It's not a huge issue because you can always build or just run away. It's just a little annoying at times because you have to play a lot more cautiously. But if I have to, then that's fine. I think this is an easy fix, though. I think all they really have to do is just add some recoil, and I think it'll be right back balanced again. But now let's move to Mythics and other weapons. So I'm pretty sure you can get an enhanced version of every weapon if you fight one of the bosses that randomly spawn around the map. So there's 2 mythic bosses. There's one at Demon's Dojo, and there's one that spawns on the island. But there are also like a couple other bosses that pop up around the map. I think they're random wherever they go, and you can fight them and get an enhanced version of a mythic or of a regular weapon. And I think it's random chance what gun you get, but I could be wrong. And of course, you can get the Mythic Veiled Precision SMG from Night Rose, which is the boss at Demon's Dojo. And it is disgustingly good, let me tell you. But it's not OP because building counters it. Same with the Fire Mask. Like, it's really good. It's borderline broken, but it doesn't do a ton of structure damage, so building is a good counter. I love that building is actually a useful mechanic again because it wasn't really in Chapter 5. A lot of items either decimated or just went straight through builds, and that really sucked for a build player like me. That's not the case this season, though, and I'm very thankful for that. And as far as other items go, we got the Typhoon Blade, which is actually really cool, despite it kind of being a copy-paste of the Kinetic Blade, but it's a little bit different. You can actually move faster just by holding it out and sprinting with it. Like, there's a whole separate set of movement mechanics for when you're holding this thing, which is really cool. And speaking of movement, we also got the Void Oni Mask. Oni Mask? I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. This thing is sick. So I used to play a game called Splitgate. Some of you might have heard of it, some of you not so much, that's okay. The point is, one of the main things that I loved about this game is the fact that you could put portals in certain spots and walk through and teleport. And now we have essentially the same thing in Fortnite, except better. You can put your portal anywhere, you can launch those suckers, so it's great for movement, but it's balanced because the regular mask has 15 charges, I think, and the mythic, well, the mythic has a lot more, but it's a mythic, so I'm fine with that. There's also a cooldown between each use, so it's not super broken. You can't just like spam teleport around people. This is just a fantastic item and fantastic mechanic. Now let's talk about medallions. So there's a medallion at Demon's Dojo that constantly reloads weapons. It's Night Rose's, which is pretty good. It's not super noticeable. I got it once, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. Then there's the medallion that makes you invisible when sprinting, and also you have infinite stamina. I actually haven't used that one, but I've heard it's pretty broken. But it's also not easy at all to get. Like, it's really, that boss fight is really tough. Not even just the boss itself, but just like all the third parties and stuff, because you're on the loot island. It's the only one that spawns throughout the whole game. And even then, both the medallions are still balanced. They don't make you impossible to kill like they did Chapter 5 Season 1. They just give you an advantage. They give you a little ability, and that's how medallions should be, in my opinion. So really good job with the mythics, the weapon meta, just everything item related. They did fantastically, really, with all of it. They did a phenomenal job with items this season. And to answer the question, is Chapter 6 actually good? Yes, I would say 100% it is. This is the first time that I've actually wanted to play Fortnite again. I've actually had a desire to get on the game and play. It's so fresh, it's so new, everything's so balanced, and it's just a really fun game to play. Chapter 6 has done a great job, and I'm really looking forward to see what they can do in the future. But as of now, this chapter is a success. But I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I might be missing something, let me know in the comments. So OG is already out for you guys watching this video, so there will be a video on that soon. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to upload twice a week the next couple weeks, but I can't promise it. If we get to 10K subs by the end of the year somehow, then I'll do like a 24-hour live stream or something. How about that? But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this season, this new chapter. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. I'm at 8K subs right now almost, and we've just been growing like crazy. It's been insane. So love y'all so much for that. I just surpassed 1 million views recently as well on the channel, which is never ever what I would have thought that would happen. Anyways, just be sure to like this video if you like this kind of content. Be sure to subscribe, join the Discord, turn on the bell icon, use code Riven in the item shop, and anyways, I will see you on the next one. Thank you for all the support. Love you.